Hi guys, in this video I'm going to walk you through my full magician build. I've been using this build for maybe the last 3 or 4 months and I've got to say it is the best build I've made in the game so far since release. So if you want to be banging 350, 360 power drives down the fairway, shooting super low scores like you may have seen I do on the ranked tours and ranked solos, please feel free to use this build. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments section and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. So without further ado, I'm going to show you my full build now and just talk you through why I've done what I've done and the advantages and maybe some of the disadvantages that the build has. Okay, right, so if I go to my player, we'll start with the player attributes first. So as I mentioned at the beginning, this is the magician archetype. See, I've got 74 power, 80 contact, 82 swing path. I've left the correction at 53. With the low correction, you're going to need to take into consideration slopes on fairways and if you're chipping on the green side. Yeah, look at the slope. If it's sloping down to the left, you're going to need to aim more to the right, vice versa. Now, where this comes in handy, recovery 99 overall. Not all shots are going to land middle the fairway. You're going to find yourselves in bunkers, light rough, heavy rough. The recovery 99 is a game changer. You are not going to lose hardly any yardage from light rough. In fact, if you land in light rough, you are basically hitting from the fairway with 99 recovery. Disadvantage, you're not going to be able to shape shots round corners as much, but when you see this build, you can drive it 330 yards over the top of trees anyway, so I don't think you really need the shaping. Rhythm is only at 64. I don't think that really makes a huge difference at the moment. The swing mechanics in this game, I don't think rhythm's a huge deal, so 64 is fine. 92 transition, that is absolutely needed for the partial shots. So it's easier to hit those partial shots with the 92 transition. Putt weight and putt rhythm, I've put most of the attribute points into there, mainly because I feel like they're the two kind of main putting attributes you need. Putt contact and putt path I put up to 50 just to keep it neutral. That is just hitting your points when you swing back and forth on your joystick. But putt weight and putt rhythm, I'd put more attribute points on there. I'll now show you my fittings on my clubs, which kind of juices up those attribute points. So on my driver, I have 3 power fittings, a contact fitting and a swing path fitting. Now all of these clubs are at Tiger's eye level, so just take that into consideration. So with these fittings on my driver, I get 99 maximum power on my driver, 92 contact attribute points and 94 swing path. That is just huge for a driver on this game. If you can drive it down the fairway, keep it accurate, keep it in play, you'll be cooking. But again, if you hit a rough, we've got 99 recovery points, so it's not an issue. 3-wood. I've just stuck the 1 power fitting on here, mainly because if you've got a driver that's absolutely tonking it down the fairway every time, you're not going to be using a 3-wood that often. But when you do need it, it's important, in my opinion, that you're accurate with it. So I've gone for 2 swing path fittings and 2 contact fittings. So now my attribute points on contact and swing path is maxed out at 99, and then I've just got the 1 power fitting. Right, I do not use hybrid clubs in this game. My irons go down from 2 iron, no 3 iron, and then a 4 iron all the way down to pitching wedge. That is because on the long par 3s, the yardage on the 2 iron is going to come in handy more than a hybrid or a 3 iron, in my opinion. So 2 iron, 4 iron, all the way down to pitching wedge is the way to go. And we'll just look at these fittings here. So again, exactly the same as the 3-wood. I've got just the 1 power fitting, but 2 contacts and 2 swing paths. That takes the swing path and the contact points up to a maximum of 99. So it's a lot easier to hit those points when you're swinging back and forth on the joystick. Now wedges. 50 degree, 56 degree, 62 degree. It is absolutely imperative you have this 62 degree wedge in your bag. And the reason for that is you're going to have 99 power on your driver. So on medium, even long par 4s, you are going to be within 100 yards of the pin a lot of the time. So this little 94 yard 62 degree wedge is a must have in your bag. Now let's have a look at the points on that. So I've gone for a rhythm on the wedges, just because you're going to need to partial and maybe hit a few kind of trickier shots in and around the green. So I've just stuck a rhythm on there. But as you can see, I've got 2 swing paths and 2 contacts. So that brings the club up again to maximum attribute points on the swing path and the contact. So a lot easier to hit those points. Now putter. Right, as I mentioned earlier, putt weight and putt rhythm are the 2 most important attribute points for me in this game. It's quite easy to hit your points because when you putt, you're just going dead straight back and forth. So I've gone heavy on putt weight and putt rhythm there. So I've got 1 fitting on putt weight, 2 on rhythm, which makes the putting a lot smoother. And you'll notice that straight away when you are putting. The putts feel a lot smoother. And then I've just stuck 1 on putt contact. Just because if you are going to miss your points, I think it's going to be easier to miss the contact point when you on the downswing. So I've just stuck 1 on there. And finally, I have got flight balls on. Very, very handy when you're playing ranked. When you're playing ranked solos, ranked tours. This is going to give you extra yardage on your golf clubs. And I'll show you exactly what I mean here. So if I go into the training center, I'll show you exactly how far this driver goes with the flight balls on. So if I go up here, my stock driver is 309 yards. If I pump that up to power drive, 330 yard stock power drive, which is insane. And I believe that is the maximum you can get up to on this game. So 330 yard stock power drive. And if you overpower it, let's turn the wind off. So let's just do a standard stock power drive. There you go, 340. Well, it did hit a soft green. Now, I don't know, I'm guessing most of you guys know about the 108 power swing. So essentially, if you hold back on your backswing for a second, you'll feel some vibration, and you'll also see the swing path kind of shrink. Now what you want to do, you want to time it perfectly, and it will take a bit of practice, so you can get up 108% on these shots. So I'll show you what I mean. Pull back forward when it was at his lowest point. Only got 101 there. But that's what you need to do. I'm going to keep doing this until I hit 108%. There you go, 108. Slightly closed it, but as you can see, that is a huge difference. 373 yards. So give that a go, do some practice. I'll just go through some of the other kind of stock yardages. So I got 309 on the driver, 273 wood, 250 2 iron, 227 on the 4 iron. So there is a bit of a gap there, but as you know, you can choke down on it and kind of fill that gap. 213 on the 5, 2016, 1897, 1768, 1659, 147 pitching wedge, and then we got the 50 degree, which is 128, 56, 112, and for those really short par threes, we got a 96 yards, 62 degree wedge. All right, guys, I'll come out of this here now. And one last thing I'll show you is, this is something else that people ask me, my skill tree. So skill tree is going to be just down to personal preference, what shots you're comfortable with playing and what you're not comfortable with playing. You don't need those. But I'll just show you mine just for completeness, and I'll tell you some of the skill tree shots that you absolutely need to have. So off the tee, again, power drive. To unlock the power drive, you need to have a powerhouse archetype player leveled up to overall 85, I believe. Once you've done that, you can unlock the power drive on the Magician. Approach, right, so I've got just a normal approach, pitch, which you need. Runner, I really need that, but just unlocked it because spinner, absolutely key shot that you need to have in your armory. So make sure you've got that spinner unlocked, and also the choked approach. Off deck, up to you. It's quite hard to hit the driver off the deck, but if you're comfortable with it, it's good to have. Recovery, right? We've got the punch. Flop, you absolutely need the flop, and you absolutely need the super flop. Bunker splash, that's a pretty standard shot which you need. Power pick, yeah, you may need that at some point. You're not going to use it often, but you need to unlock that so you get the pick shot. You absolutely need the pick shot. It is OP in this game, the pick shot. You can find yourself in a green side bunker within 30 yards. You can land it within 2 foot of the pin 99% of the time. And then on the green, we've got the chip shot and the putt. You really don't need anything else, in my opinion, on this. Too much information. If you go down the greens reader route, just keep it simple. Just putt and chip. And the clubhouse pass, we've got all of them. Tie spinner, which has been nerfed into the ground. Long flop, that comes in handy. Lob shot, that comes in handy. Fairway stinger, not sure I'm ever going to use that shot, but I've got it if I need it. And power approach. Power approach, I'd say, is the best of these clubhouse par skill tree shots. Okay guys, that is it for the video. I hope you find that useful and insightful. Feel free to copy it or amend it slightly, however you want. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section and I'll do my best to get back to you. Appreciate you all watching. Make sure you leave a like on the video, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, it is free to sub on YouTube, so do me a big favour and hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much guys.